Strong language is used in this video and on this channel. You have been warned. Hello, viewers. Welcome back. I am Raving Madly, and this is the Car Dealer Simulator Brand Loyalty Challenge run. The end of last episode, we got our dealership upgrade, and we threw some parts in the parts cooker there to try and refurbish what we can, because we are broke as fuck at the moment. We have no cars in inventory. We don't have the cash to be able to buy a new car until we sell some of this crap that's in our inventory once we get it up to a shiny new condition. So yeah, it's we're off to a roaring start here in our shiny new dealership building with nothing to sell. On the plus side, we are completely caught up on bills. So this will give me a pretty good idea of what it's actually costing to refurbish these parts. Because I've been saying all along, this is basically free money that I can take junk and throw it in the washing machine here, and it'll come out brand new. But what does it cost me in terms of electricity to do that? I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that in my first run because I was making money hand over fist, so I didn't care. Got one remaining appointment, but that car is so expensive, there is no way I'm going to be able to talk him down to the cash I actually have. So we're just going to flake on it. Plus, it's in that crappy part of town that I don't like driving into because, as we all know, I can't park on a hill. So we're just kind of waiting for the parts washer here to finish its cycle. We'll pull out what we have, run it off to the parts store, and we'll try and sell what we can to build up our bank account to the point where we can actually buy another car again. And then we'll see if this whole set of rules that I've built is actually viable. Because it's taken this long to get to this point to see if this is actually a viable challenge. If we can prove with my stunning math skills my dog has come down for a visit again. If we can prove with my stunning math skills that this is actually a money-making proposition, then we will call it a successful challenge. I'm not going to play this out to completion where I actually try and save up the money to buy the dealership and all of that, because quite frankly, with cars of this value, that's just going to be an agonizing grind. And I don't think it's that interesting for you guys to watch me sell the same 4 cars over and over and over again. So this episode will most likely be the end of it, but we'll see what happens. And if it is the end, then we'll start something new. All right, got all our shiny new stuff here. Throw in the next load. And we will run off to the parts store to get what we can for this. Hello? Okay, well, I'll just do it from in here then. Don't need to take the trailer for this. Let's see what we can get for our refurbished second-hand junk. Good evening, sir. I have some brand new parts I would like to sell you. Yep, totally brand new. Nothing suspicious about them at all. Looks like we get about 3/4. Whoops, I think I just sold stuff I didn't mean to, but oh well. It's just exhaust tape. Looks like we get about 3/4 of the original sale price. So it is actually... Sorry, ma'am. I recommend you put some ice on that. It'll be fine. No, you absolutely should not contact your insurance company. So this does actually appear to be a viable business model on the surface. What remains to be seen, I don't know if I can see it now or if I have to wait till the end of the day. What remains to be seen is what is my electric bill from running this thing? Yeah, it's not going to show me. We'll have to look first thing tomorrow. Fortunately, we're getting close to the end of the day. Let's see how much longer we have on the next batch. This thing takes about 6 minutes or so for every cycle. And I'm not going to make you guys sit and wait through that because we have literally nothing else to do right now. So I will jump ahead to when this next batch of parts is... Actually, I'll probably skip a couple of batches now that I think of it. I will... What do we have in inventory here? I will refurbish enough to where I can buy a car again. And I will let you guys jump ahead to there. I have refurbished everything that I had. The last 5 parts are currently in the parts machine there. The day has rolled over. So I'm going to take a look at the car listings. We have a little bit of cash. I can't sell anything more until the parts store opens. But I think, or I'm starting to think, I should say, part of the issue we're having with buying cars is that we're not turning over very many of the ads. So what we may need to do is save up some money to the point where we can take some of these meetings and just refuse the offer just to clear out the ad, because we're not getting much. There's only a couple of cars in here that we're technically allowed to buy, and I'm tired of dealing with these vanguards. So we're going to go to this meeting. Actually, I'm going to hook our trailer back up, go get gas. And then we're going to go to this meeting. Because I don't know what it costs to emergency refuel, but I'm sure it's not cheap. So we're going to pick up the one car we're allowed to buy that is not an Apex Vanguard. And we're going to see if we can make some money on it. I will employ all of my glorious math skills to that end. Alright. Let's go see a person about a car. Step aside, peasant. Coming through. See what we can chalk this person down to. It was only listed for 26, so I'm hoping we can get it for under 2. Would be kind of ideal. Oh, and we need to check our utility bills when we get back too. See what running that parts machine half the day cost me. Scan the car. Always scan the car. Well, for once it doesn't need a battery, but otherwise it's a fair bucket of crap. Fortunately, I have a lot of green parts I can throw on there, while whatever we take off needs to cook. We're not doing 2600, Jeffrey. Oh, camera's locked. I can't look him in the eye. Guess we're just going to stare at his chest. How about...
Oh, no.
All right.
No,
That was some nice movement there. Excuse me for a moment. I think my audio settings are wrong. Yes, they are, because I'm getting an echo. That should solve it. All right. How about... Yeah, he's not going to come down much lower than that.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, let's not bother with the cigarette. It's not going to change that much. Yep, that would have worked better, wouldn't it? Come on. There we go. All right, let's go fuel up this Joule. And we'll go do some good old-fashioned car fixing. So we paid $21.05 for this thing. And it's not worth much. This is the one that has it on the right. I also realized just now that when I was doing my math in the previous video, I did not take fuel into account. So technically, we posted a bigger loss in the last episode than I actually said. Now, we do know I can go buy parts at the junkyard all day long, or at least until I buy out whatever they have. Bring them back, clean them up, and sell them back to the parts store and make money that way. So this is technically possible. Well, you could eventually earn enough money doing that to buy the dealership and get to the end game, but that's not really being a dealership at that point. That's being a junkyard. So that's not really in the spirit of the challenge. I'm willing to do that to make up a cash shortfall here and there. You know, like when I do stupid things and run myself so short on cash that I can't afford to buy cars. You know, I'm fine doing it to stay in the game, but I don't want to do it as a way of playing the game, if that makes sense. You know, that should not be our primary income. primary income should always be from car sales. And yes, normally I would trim this out, do it off camera, but quite frankly, there's going to be little enough happening this episode that if I do all the stuff that I normally do off camera, you guys aren't going to see much. So I will almost definitely shorten the actual parts replacement, though, because that's going to be miserable rebuilding most of this car by hand. It's probably going to take me, as we established last episode, about 10 minutes. To do almost the entire car. Scan this thing again real quick. I don't remember if it needs to be washed. Nope, but it does need to be polished. Bang that out real quick, and then we'll get it on the lift. At least we will once I get my truck out of the way. And into the maintenance bay we go. Don't need a battery or fuses, so we can just put it right up on the lift. And I will cut you guys back in when maintenance is done. All right. We are just replacing the very last part on this stunning chariot that we purchased. I did have to wait a complete cycle of the parts washer because I didn't have enough shocks to put on it. But as you can see, we're now green on everything but the engine and clutch. I think what I'm going to do, just to, nope, I was right. Just to try and eke every little bit of viability out of this strategy. I've got plenty of batteries. I've got plenty of batteries, so let's put as good of one in as we can, even though that one's technically fine. Push the sale price up absolutely as high as we can. And remember, we paid just over $2,100 for this thing. was already in pretty good visual shape, so we didn't pick up a lot of value there. So let's go see what we can list this thing for. I know technically I should have painted it black, but see, this seems low to me. I think it defaults to the lowest condition of whatever not 100% part is on there. So market value's 33 and change. Still want some people to show up and look at it. Let's go with 4,500 because we know we're going to get bargained down. Oh, and while we're here, yeah. My energy bills from yesterday are $1,600. And they're going to be even higher today, I think, because I've run the parts refurbisher even more. I don't think we can do this. I think mathematically this doesn't work. Let's go check on the parts refurbisher real quick. Nope, still got almost 2 minutes left. All right. I guess we are just waiting for customers now. Because now, parts refurbishment is obviously not quote-unquote free. It's obviously has quite a hefty price tag to it, that when you're dealing in low-budget shit boxes, you really can't afford. Because that pushes, if we factor that into the cost, I'm going to do math in public again. I didn't learn my lesson last time. Where are, oh, I forgot we have a turntable now. I think that does something to drive up interest, or you get better offers or something like that. And quite frankly, we need all the help we can get. So anyway, back to math in public. Okay. Was not expecting that.
Good job. Good job. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So math in public, we paid $2,100 for the car. If you factor in the energy bills, that pushes it up to 37. So we made $800 on that car. It's not a quick strategy. That is for damn sure. This one keeps messing with me because it's green, so I don't see it. All right, well, we did technically make money. Let's go see if there's anything else we can buy. Because the market is pretty slim right now. Oh, look, a Vanguard. And another Vanguard. I hate these things. I honestly believe I would make more money faster. I just closed you. Close office. I would make more money faster doing the cheesy scam route of buying stuff from the junkyard and refurbishing it. because $800 is a pretty slim profit margin. You know, and that's, I got asking price for that car. That's not commonly going to happen. Where is this car? Now, you don't get asking price every single time. It's happened suspiciously frequently in this run. There. But I was fully expecting to be haggled down, which was why I was about to do public math again to set a minimum that I needed to get for the car. Will you get out of the way? And also because, you know, I'm going to keep pretending that math is something I can do, even when I obviously can't. 3348, and it needs just about everything. All right, lady. How about...
Stop, stop, stop. Cut. Mm-mm-mm. Hmm. 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 Hmm.
I think I can... Oh, I don't have any candy. Damn it.
Haha! Yeah!
Damn it, Jim. Car dealer, not a doctor. Oh, no, I want to go the other way. Swing by the gas station and fill it up. Alright, so I'm going to run through the process on this car as well. And we're going to see what kind of profit margin we make out on this one. Because I suspect this one's going to be a lot lower. Because, as I bitched about almost all last episode, these friggin' Vanguards are really hard to move. So... let's see what we get with this one. It'd be nice if I could just scoop up some of these abandoned cars that are always just sitting here. Of course, I suppose they're not technically the right brands for me to sell. All right, here we are again. Home Sweet Body Shop. All right, and I will cut in again when it's ready to sell. All right, once again, we are as repaired as we can be. Again, engine radiator clutch, we can't do that until workshop level 3. It has taken me all day in the game to get the car to this point. It's now ready for sale. So we will go put it out on the line. Oh, would help if I took pictures of it, wouldn't it? All right, get this puppy up on the interwebs. Then we are back to refurbishing parts. Let's try You know, I feel like we've sold these. I think we've sold these cars for a lot more than this. And they were shittier. So why is this one? Like, I know we've sold these cars for $8,000. Huh. All right. So, oh, we need to pay our bills. That's part of the deal. So, we now have $1,400. Is not enough to buy another car. We are rapidly running out of cars in the want ads there. So let's wait for midnight to roll around, actually, and see what else pops up. Sit around for 10 minutes or so. Nobody's going to show up till morning anyway. Open the office back up. And now we just wait for midnight to roll around and see what gifts the car gods bring us in terms of shit boxes that we can buy. All right. Midnight is here. What do we got? We've got that's our car because we're the only ones that take pictures at night. One car that we can't afford. Oh, and there's an NGD Pulse, but we can't afford that either. Okay, so it is still populating cars that we could potentially buy, but we've got to sell this shitbox first. And actually, since it's a new day, yeah, and our energy bills are even higher, $2,300. So, in the end, this is not a sustainable model for this game. I mean, I guess you could technically not pay your bills. There's no consequences for not paying them, at least so far in the game. But again, that doesn't. We're saying that we're a reputable dealership, so we're not. You know, we can't just not pay our suppliers. So I think we're going to call it a wrap there. The energy cost of operating this thing is not sustainable with these 3 brands of cars that we are allowed to sell. Even if somebody came in and offered me asking price for that, it's, I mean, yes, it would cover the energy cost, but if you're even making money, it's so slow at this point. You'd have hundreds of hours in this game before you could actually afford to buy the dealership without cheesing the system and buying and refurbishing junkyard parts. So yeah, we have our answer to what if we were a brand loyal dealership and could only sell Apex, UMX, and NGD. It is not sustainable in this game without extreme amounts of cheese. And while cheese is delicious, that was not the goal of this challenge. So, once again, math has ruined things for everyone. I have been raving madly. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.